Right, number 16. We have x cubed times x squared minus 5 equal to negative 4x. If x is greater than 0, what is one possible solution to the equation above? All right. So first, what we can do, if we're going to solve this algebraically, okay, what we can do is first, if we distribute the x cubed and multiply this out, okay, so you should get x cubed times x squared. So you multiply, and they all have the same base, and each raise to exponent. We multiply, we add the exponent. So x cubed times x squared is actually x to the fifth. And then x cubed times negative 5, that should be minus 5x cubed. And that's equal to negative 4x. Okay. And then what we can do is similar to solving a quadratic equation. This is like a equation with like a higher degree. So we can move everything to the same side and set it equal to 0 first. So we do a plus 4x on both sides. We get x to the fifth minus 5x cubed plus 4x. And that's equal to 0. Okay, that's equal to 0. And then here, what we can do is we can actually factor out the x. That's actually a common factor for this one. So we factor out from all the terms. We should get x to the fourth minus 5x squared plus 4. And that's equal to 0. All right. And then this is kind of hard to see, but we can actually factor that. Okay, so it's x to the fourth minus 5x squared plus 4. So we can factor as x squared. So two number multiply to be 4 and add to be negative 5. So it would be x squared, and then it should be minus 4 and then minus 1 like that. Okay, so we check using FOIL. First term is x squared times x squared is x to the 4, and the other term negative x squared, inner term negative 4x squared. So they add to be negative 5x squared in the middle. And we do negative 4 times negative 1 is 4 in the end. Okay, so that's actually how we factor this whole thing. And to solve for x, we can set each factor equals 0 and solve for x. Okay, so we get first one, x, just x by itself. We can set that equal to 0. So x equals 0, that's a solution. And this here, we have x squared minus 4 equal to 0. Then we can add 4 on both sides, get x squared equal to 4. And then take the square root, right? Okay, square root of x, we get plus minus 2. Okay, so at 0, we have positive 2 and negative 2. And then lastly, we can do x squared minus 1 equals 0, x squared equal to 1. Take the square root, x equal to plus minus 1. Okay, so then, but they said x had to be greater than 0, right? So it can be 0 or negative. So our only solution that we can have had to be positive 1 or positive 2. So for this question, the answer is 1 or 2. So you can bubble in either one. That should work. Okay. So to solve it algebraically, this question is actually quite difficult to solve. Okay, especially for being the first question in the gradient section. Usually that should be the easier question. Okay, but this one to solve algebraically is actually quite challenging. You can always plug in and check. I know we don't have answer choices, but if you try some whole number, right, most people start with 1 or 2 and plug it in and it actually work. Okay, then that will work as well. That will give us the correct answer. Okay, so number 16, we can have either 1 or 2. Either one should be correct.